Hello everyone, I'm ZenithCorps, and today we're back with more Minecraft content. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at another mod, Thut's Elevators mod. This is a pretty basic elevator mod, but it looks nice, it's convenient, and it works nicely. Let's get into it guys, and see what this mod has to offer. To start with, you can see here that the mod allows you to build your own custom elevators. We'll get more into detail on how to do that a little while later, but you can build them out of any blocks you want. However, the mod does provide an elevator block that you do need depending on the type of structure you are building. I haven't built any structure so far that's required these, so I'm not sure if that's implemented yet, but I'm under the impression that if you use heavier materials, such as iron, that you will have to use them. Other than that, it provides a basic controller block like this that lets you control where the elevator will go. It allows for up to 64 different floors, and you can change pages on this control block to access those other floors if you need them. And it can work completely asynchronously. It also comes with a very convenient manual which allows you to read through on exactly how everything works, so if there's something that I don't explain in the video, well, or if there's something that just isn't working for you, I suggest checking out the book and seeing if it can help you. Without further ado guys, let's just take a look at one example of this elevator in use. You can see here that I've turned this small area into an elevator, and it was designed kinda like a tourist place to come and visit the temple. You can go down here, in my case it takes you to this level with the chests, and you can see how I was able to, because I'm building it with blocks, get it to mesh in here perfectly and fit properly. It can of course go up to level, and you can see how it looks perfectly fitting into place in the ground without noticing, and it could go up top. If we send it off without us, going the other way would be smart, yes. Okay, so we're going to send it up, and you can see how we have the hole in the ground, but you can see when we bring it back here how it fits into the ground, and if you didn't know that an elevator was there, you wouldn't be able to pick up on it. This could probably be used for some really neat builds, so I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with out of this. So let's get into making our own elevators, because that's what we all want to do, and to do this we're going to need somewhere to build an elevator. So I've got this area here, and down below this block here I have a mine shaft that I want to get to, and I want to turn this iron thing here into my elevator that will get me into my mine shaft. At least that's the hope. So to do this, we're going to need a few things. First, for the sake of setting it up now, we need to put our control blocks into place. I'm not entirely sure how the control blocks work. In theory, they're supposed to go 2 blocks above where the elevator will stop. However, in practice, I have found that only 1 block will be sufficient. So if this layer of fence is actually included in the elevator, then by placing this 1 block above that fence, that is actually where it will stop, and it should stop back in place here. However, there's a little bit of trial and error involved, so don't take me as a guarantee for saying that. Then the thing you're going to need is called the device linker, and this is how you're going to set up everything with this mod. It's pretty important. You're going to want to keep those on hand. You'll also notice I have sticks in my inventory. That's how you destroy elevators, so you probably want to have a stick at least in this mod. Also, there are crafting recipes theoretically in this mod, however, I have not found a means of accessing them or viewing them. They are not included in the vanilla Minecraft crafting guide, and at this point in time at least, Not Enough Items does not support Minecraft 1.12. So, using the device linker, we want to right-click onto the bottom right-hand corner of where we want to make our elevator. Okay, we want to shift right-click to reset it, because I was building elevators beforehand, so it's been using some stuff. You can see we have this red selection box, and this is deciding where the elevator will be made. I want to include this layer of fence because that way you can't fall out of the elevator. So I'm going to click here. Okay, so you have to shift click the second one. We're going to remember to do that this time around. We're going to shift click. There we go. You can see it's created the elevator, and these fences are acting like these fences don't exist. That's because they don't. The elevator is now an elevator. It is independent. The next thing we're going to need to do is link this to the device linker. To do this, we can shift right click with the device linker onto our elevator, and our elevator will be bound to the device linker. Using this, we can set up different things. First thing we want to do is set up our control block. We can right click on it to make the display appear, and then we can right-click on it again to rotate that to the next set of numbers, and again, and back to 0. To make a number into a floor, we have to shift right-click using the device linker. Because we're up above, we're going to make this floor 2, so we're going to shift, and then right-click onto number 2, And this elevator now has floor number 2 bound to this control block here. To set floor number 1, we of course need to go down into the mine shaft, and to do this we are going to totally cheat, go into spectator mode, fly down, and then drop down. So you can see here we have our cavern that we want to mine out, and we want to have our elevator go to. We're going to take our control block here, and we're going to put it right there. That is roughly where it should work. Once again, using the exact same device linker that we used up there, we can right-click on here, and it will place it. And we want this to be floor number 1, so we are going to shift and right-click with it, and you can see there that it is set. Floor number 1 is showing white because it exists, and the elevator can go to floor number 1, and 2 is blue because that's where the elevator is. If we click on floor number 1 now with this, and without having anything in our hand, that's moderately important, you can see that the elevator is coming down to us. And there we go. But if we get on this elevator, we're going to not be able to click to go up again. The good news is, using these control blocks, you can have the letters and numbers show up on any side of the block, or all of them. So we now have the numbers showing up on 2 sides of the block, but they will still continue to work properly. So we can stand on the elevator, click 2, and up we go. We'll probably want to do that on this side as well, so that we can select where we want to go. And we'll want to put the sand back here. Remember, this is kind of like World Edit, where you need to use a wand almost, except instead of a wand, it's this device linker. So just be prepared to use blocks to do that. If you want to get rid of an elevator from your world, that's an easy enough process to do. You're going to need a stick or a wrench from other mods. This mod does not add its own wrench, but other wrenches will work, and either way, a stick will do the job. Just a vanilla Minecraft stick. You want to shift, right-click onto your elevator, and it will kill it and turn it back into blocks. And you can see here that all of the fence is connected, behaving as though the blocks exist. That's because they do. And you can see here that this block now totally reset and isn't showing one floor or the other, and if I right-click on it, it doesn't do anything. If you right-click on these with a stick, you can toggle the sides on and off. So that's a cool thing. You can achieve the same effect using the device linker on these, but the device linker will also allow you to rotate them, whereas the stick will simply activate or deactivate it. So there you have it, guys. This is Thut's Elevators for Minecraft 1.12. It also supports most other primary versions of Minecraft. It seems to be well supported. It updated just recently as of recording this video, so I suggest you go check it out. Well, once again, the elevator blocks that it introduces are here. If you want to build your own elevators that don't use vanilla Minecraft iron blocks, you can absolutely do that. They don't look too bad, although they do bear a striking resemblance to iron blocks. And if anything else, if you have any other questions, you can also check the built-in manual, which is pretty nicely implemented. It's where, like, I read this entire thing before I started, and it's super good at explaining everything. And the only thing I'm sorry I don't have for you guys is crafting recipes. Probably later on, if we can find them out, we might have them show up in annotations or cards. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day.